woman in the woods with the man or a bear.
Oh, what they say? What they say?
And it was two guys. They, when it's like you're asking them and they're like, oh, why would they say that? And then it's like, okay, so what would you like your sister to do? Or not one guy, I was like, which one would you like your daughter to run into? And they both chose the bear.
Oh
Bear.
wow.
I mean, I see the psychology behind the question. Like, I get where you're coming from. Because, like, if I had to be honest, I don't have a daughter, but I got nieces, and I'd be like, no, let me tighten up. Let me.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. Like, they both almost like was like, oh, that's crazy. A bear will kill him. Oh, that's crazy. But then when you turn it, like, okay, so who do you want your sister to run into? And they're like, oh,
listen.
Like,
why,
I don't know. I feel like my answer would still be the man. But maybe I'm crazy and maybe I'm losing my mind because I was like, it's a fucking bear.
Well, I feel like
unless you're a bear whisperer, like what the fuck are we talking about? Those things
men
kill people.
always warn women about other men, though. They like, oh, be careful of these men out here, and it's like,
I mean, yes,
okay,
yes, but you could, to a degree, for different reasons, you could make the same point about women. Y'all are pretty fucking vicious when it comes down to it.
Not physically vicious like that.
I would say if it came to
women are more likely to be killed by a man. And unfortunately, to take that even further, maybe you would be okay with a stranger man in the woods when the statistic says you are more likely to be killed by a man you know. So that's kind of,
I mean, to be fair, all right.
I can kick a man in the butt.
But back to this bear, that's fucking retarded.
Listen,
like, okay, go ahead.
I mean, like I said, it's a nonsensical whole, rhetorical question. It's more of a PSA. I think what we said last time, but I don't know. Like, it's just to more look at the reality of things because I saw a new question. I should have put this on the agenda. I saw another question where it was like, how do you raise young men not to be like sexist, misogynistic assholes? Like, how do you do that? Like, how, because some moms were like, I'm doing my best out here, but my son fell down the red pill rabbit hole, and like he's being, like influenced by just people online. And she was just like, I didn't raise him
offline. That's the main point right there.
Keep them offline till they're 18,
16, 17, 18, and they're online. Like, what do you do?
Get offline.
True. I feel like that might be a respect thing. Like, when they're so gung-ho about, oh, women are lesser, like, you really just want somebody to show you some respect. Like, calm down. And I feel like sometimes at home, you might not have got it like you wanted to or something.
That's true. I mean, it's a lot of reasons, because it was that one, I don't know what colleges it was, but that the young man who gave the speech to his graduating class was encouraging women to, like his classmates who just graduated college, to be
this that speech that just happened, that white boy?
Yes. And they were like, his mom is a physicist. And then somebody responded like, he is probably resentful because she was probably at work. And so now he's like, be a homemaker. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know.
What's not rhetorical is Mariah versus Whitney. It's like,
yes, if we go back to the Mariah versus Whitney.
No, they were just mad at Tamar because the main comments I saw was like, where's the loyalty? Where's the respect for Whitney? And like, they was trying to make it a black thing. It was like, Mariah is black too. Like, I don't get it.
And it's
not black enough, apparently.
But it's like, if you ask somebody who their favorite singer is, they're not saying I hate everyone else. They just say my favorite singer is so-and-so. So
and then like, she's in the video also, Mariah.
The internet did not agree with you, so it's the wrong answer.
I feel like literally everybody has asked himself this question since the dawn of their time.
I've never asked myself that question.
Why is everybody always comparing women?
Oh yeah. I do hate the comparison. Like, they can't both be great.
Comparison is the thief of joy. That's my favorite quote of all time, and it really is.
That is
they can both be good. because everybody does the same for rappers too. Like everybody always compares the women rappers to each other.
Well, that is valid because that is hip hop. That is how they come up in hip hop. So
That's what
that's
they
the
do.
culture of hip hop. The culture of hip hop is like
It's against what the normal is and fight back, and then I'm better than you.
Not necessarily because they put people against each other, who aren't against each other, and it creates fake drama between them.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's all just wrapped up in the bull of hip hop and the rap battle culture.
Yeah, I think it's part of the hip hop culture because if you think about like something that's part of Black culture is like playing the dozens. Like if you play the dozens with somebody, that doesn't mean you hate them. It's just like who's got the best roast. And sometimes it's like, you know, rappers are roasting each other in these battles. And it's like who has the best roast, who has the best like comeback, who is most creative with that comeback. So
I don't know,
kind of the hip hop.
What up, Xavier?
Hey, what up?
What's going on?
Bonsoir.
We did hit record a little early, but we didn't do introductions yet. So
I'm still against
I'll just say welcome to episode 3 of our nameless podcast. We should probably vote at some point. I'm with Riot, who's introducing next. Brandon, that's you. That's you, ready?
I was gonna wait till I got done chewing, but hello, buddy. Nice to meet you. See you.
I'm Ben. What up, though?
It's your boy Terry, finally on the cast.
Yes,
full podcast today.
Yeah. I'm Xavier. Oh yeah. We here.
Nice.
We do need to figure out a name. Like we need to
get nameless podcast.
The nameless
Shameless
podcast.
And nameless.
Ooh, I like that. Shameless and nameless.
Oh.
The Shameless and Nameless podcast.
I like that.
Yep,
that's cool.
I was thinking we should keep it as the nameless podcast. There we go.
S and N. Like S.
Should we? Is that going to be controversial with that show, Shameless?
It needs to be controversial.
I mean, yeah.
Is it controversial?
We're not doing the Shameless
cease and desist.
What'd you say, Ben?
Maybe we should put nameless first, and then maybe we'll do
the nameless and shameless. Oh yeah, that's true. We could do that. So, are we voting on this right now? Or y'all want to vote on the other names we had?
Oh, we're doing the vote live? Or...
Yes, let's do this vote live because it ain't happening behind the scenes. Or we could do it like right after. Okay, yes, let's do it right after this recording. So when I hit end on the record, we're gonna vote. So
okay.
All right. Okay. So right now we are nameless. Maybe the Shameless and Nameless or Nameless and Shameless. So we'll have one by episode 4. So we'll see. Okay, y'all. So we are introducing our segment, the mental health check-in segment. Okay. So we're gonna do this every episode because clearly mental health is important and I've been going through it. So let's just go ahead. Who wants to start with their mental health check-in for the week?
I guess you should pop it off.
I know. Go ahead.
Like you need it, fella. Go ahead and lay it out.
I mean, my mental health is crazy right now. I don't know. I'm stressed all the time. Rent is too damn high. I'm just out here living, trying. I want to live my best life, but it's a very average life right now. So I'm just out here staying alive, and that's the best I can do right now. So that's it. That's it. Hopefully, I'm not gonna say too much about work. I don't want them to find this podcast right now. I'll just keep that to myself. But yeah, I'm hanging on by the thread. But I'm happy to be here with y'all in the podcast. So that's the highlight. The highlight.
What are you doing for yourself?
I'm taking advantage of the Florida sun because Florida don't have a lot else going for it. I'm just out here trying to be in the sunlight and soak up some fresh air.
She said all they got is free sun out in this bitch. That's it.
They got free sun in this bitch.
Free beaches.
Everything else is bullshit.
Right.
You cost too much. You want to kill me. I don't like it.
Listen, I'm also new to a new relationship. So we just made it official.
So the clock is here to stay? All right.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said the clock is here to stay.
What's wrong with the clock?
No, nothing. Nothing at all.
What's the clock got to do with it?
I'm not sure. Yeah, what's up? What's up with the? I don't know. Even though, I wouldn't have this clock if it wasn't for my new boo. So there we go.
That's all I'm saying.
Clock.
That's all I'm saying.
Even though we've been like dating for a year and a half, so we just made it like a real official thing. Official.
I love it.
I love you.
Thank you. All right, who's doing their next mental health check-in?
I guess I'll go next since I introduced myself next.
All
right. So, amongst my midlife crisis haircut, doing pretty decently, I guess. I'm like at a plateau right now after being so like that. I'm like at a plateau. I still ain't got no job. So, there's that. But other than that, it's cool. My birthday is in 2 weeks and I'll be another year older.
Hey.
And I did get some decent good news recently.
Nice.
That is nice because a lot of terrible things have been happening. But this thing that I just discovered is nice and it has to do with travel.
Okay.
So that is because I've also been feeling very stuck in New York. Like I haven't been anywhere in a really long time.
Yeah.
And this opportunity to travel is very nice to hear. So
that's nice. I'm happy for you.
I know. Go ahead.
Getting a chance to travel is always so just the best. Like traveling last year for me, I was just like, I'm just so happy just to be other places. Not in one spot. So,
I've been stuck here for far too long. So
that's great news. That's awesome.
Yes, go ahead.
Very cool.
And what have you been doing for yourself?
Drink water and mind my business. Whitney know that song.
Yeah.
I drink water and I mind my business.
Nice.
Quite nice.
And I sleep a lot. And I've watched The Ultimatum South Africa. Crazy.
Oh, I gotta check that out. Okay.
We might need to talk about that.
All right, let's put it on the list. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it.
Have to watch it after Bridgerton.
Oh yes, Bridgerton come out today, right? Or tomorrow?
Yeah, today.
I'm watching it. My new boo is out of town, so he's not gonna want to watch that anyway. I'm gonna watch it.
My God. It's so hard finding shows that both people, you know what I mean?
We're kind of nerdy though. We watched the new X-Men series together, so we do like that. And we just finished watching Shogun.
That's a good ass show, man.
I know.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna binge some of it tonight.
And then Shogun too. We just watched Shogun together. So
I
like that.
I heard that was fire too.
Yeah, that was good. I was surprised how good that was. I was shocked myself as an adult because I just realized how much talking is in adult shows, and I know I would hate it if I was a kid. Like I used to look at my parents like, why are you just watching other adults talk for an hour on this show? I just don't understand. But
these niggas don't know how to fight. What's going on?
They niggas talking about they ain't read that one fade yet. Fight, niggas.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand, but yes, as an adult now, I love it. The drama is great.
This is a really random segue and maybe a little too X-rated for the podcast, but I also thought about sex like that when I was a little kid because I was like, people just bounce up and down. That's it. That's fun.
First of all, okay, wait, but yes, before we get back to the mental health check-in, I thought when I was a kid, I thought sex was just kissing a lot. And I just like, because like your parents close your eyes on like when they start kissing. And I used to be like once I got like a little bit older, not even a teen yet, but I was always like, we went to church and stuff. I was like, how do you know when to stop kissing? Like, what if you kiss so much and then you have sex, and then you just don't even know when to stop?
That
So
part,
you
you
telling
gotta
me you've
shake
been out here
hands like,
giving people the wrong impression as a child? I think she likes me. No, I just don't know when to stop. I have no idea. What's the etiquette
that's
for
true
this?
though. Sometimes I still don't know when to stop. I'm like, all right.
Enough. Okay.
Listen, oh my gosh, it was so nerve-wracking. I was just like, you can kiss all the way to sex, and then you just be like, I made a mistake. I don't know.
That's so real, man. I think about that, but
oh Lord, okay. Okay, who's doing their mental health next? Because that's too much. That's funny. All right.
I'll go next. Mine has been pretty fine. I've been pretty content. It's quite different than what I'm used to being in this mental space. I think since it warmed up here in Atlanta, it's been a lot better. Because when I first got here, I was just mad. I did not like the Ritz. I did not like the cold. I was mad as hell.
That cold will really mess your mood up for real.
And then going from Whitney, you know, I was like outside all the time. So then it's like, how long is this gonna last? When can I go outside? What is going on?
That's the stark transition from sunny Miami that's like hot all the time to Atlanta.
Listen, like knowing that I could just walk out the door any second just to improve my mental health really helps, because I'll be inside and I'm just like, you know what? I need to take a walk. I need to, sit at the park, So that helps. So but I'm glad your mental health is doing good, Ben. But I'm just like, I got to stay in the warmth a little longer. I thought about moving, but I was just like, I just need this to hold on to my sanity. So I'm just like, I'm still trying to keep it together. But so since your mental health is doing pretty good, what have you been doing for yourself?
I mean, I've been trying to stay consistent. I've been meditating. I've only been doing it like once a week. I'm trying to get doing it more. But I mean, I've been good with my working out. I've been running still. I go outside. I mean, I'm doing a lot of reviewing and I'm just keeping to myself. Like here, I don't know anybody. I know one friend here who's far away and he barely goes out or anything. So ain't nobody.
You can hang out with my friend Millie. She lives there now. She just moved.
No, I came here because no one knows me. No.
I'm telling you, you will love
this nigga's on a run.
Yes.
Yeah, who are you?
Well, if you ever looking for people to hang out with, Millie's there.
Nigga sound like the John Wick of Atlanta. Nope. I'm good.
People keep on saying, like, "Oh, you should reach out to me." Like, stop it. No,
I never say that, but I'm telling you.
Well, you know what? It's a place I did visit while I was there. That I'm gonna have to find out the name and see if you went there. You don't have to go with anybody. I just want to know if you've been there. So I'll find out. You don't have to go with anyone. I'm just.
Well, I've noticed like when you I'm trying to become a new person, so I noticed I just sometimes I slip back into my social habits and I'd be like people I work with, they be like, want to go? Oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah, I'm down. And then afterwards I'm like, all right, I'm not here for that.
You don't want to be social?
You don't want to be social at all?
I mean, not really. I mean, I realize I am a social person, so I do crave like being out. I realize that about myself, but I mean, I'm not here for that. I came here to get a couple of promotions so I can go back to Miami or a different country. So.
Okay. So do you feel like there's a balance between like being a little bit social or just you want to keep yourself the whole time?
There is a balance. I'm not looking for the balance right now, but there can be a balance.
The balance is he said, "Nigga, get the fuck on somewhere. I don't know you."
The balance is antisocial and then Millie.
One friend.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll get back to it. Just right now, it's not necessary. Like I need
Yeah.
to sit in this and woosah, and it's been going pretty well so far.
Sometimes you do have to challenge yourself and push yourself in directions you haven't been before. So I can understand that. So it's not like it's, I don't think you're saying it's a forever thing, but you are trying to do that for yourself right now.
Yeah, no, not forever. I'm not trying to be some lonely schmuck in a corner that people have rumored the neighborhood weirdo that no one.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying that's not my ministry.
My neighborhood
I
weirdo.
just don't want to do it right now.
I know. Sometimes I think like maybe I could be a hermit, but then like I'll say hi to somebody sitting next to me, and then it's like, no, I'm not being a very good hermit. So. All right, who's doing their mental health?
Which one of the island boys is going?
I know.
I was gonna say both of us got the island background. You know what I mean?
I was gonna do the space shit, and I was like, nah.
He's going to space shit. Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. He got one. Let me get one. I was like, no. Let me do that. Go back to the island.
It was funny. I was like, I did the space. I was like, yeah. What the fuck am I? 15? Go to something else, man.
Man, fuck that. If it make you happy, do it. God damn it.
Yeah.
But no,
All
I guess
right.
I'll go first. I'm doing fucking fantastic. God damn it. Fucking amazing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yay.
So I've been outside making money, working. I'm happy. Fuck
That's
this.
what's up.
Drink
So,
water, work out, go make some money.
that's good. So what do you
Make
do for
water, work
yourself
out, make money.
to stay in that good space?
Go
Uh-oh.
outside, get some sunlight, work out, make some money. In that order.
In that order.
In that order.
It's pretty
Simple
goddamn
life.
simple.
Very simple. We keep it simple. Food, good food, nutrition, get some sunlight. Ain't nobody dying. Ain't nobody fighting. Ain't nobody stealing. I'm great. Have a great time.
What's your sign again?
I don't know what
My
that is.
sign? Are you serious? Oh,
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh, Terry, your birthday coming up. Your birthday passed.
Taurus.
tell us you love us by telling us you love us. Like, you know what I
Right,
mean?
I was about to say,
I'm sorry, y'all. I told you I've been going through it over here, and I didn't even realize what the date was. I just looked at the date like, oh shoot, your
And
birthday.
don't feel
just
bad, cousin. My brothers don't remember birthdays, so you don't feel bad.
At all?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Get
No,
on
I can't.
Facebook.
No, you know something funny? I came over to drop my kids off with Terry, and it was his birthday, and I didn't fucking realize it.
I just looked at it.
Oh no!
I was
Wow.
like, "Yo, man, go ahead, hold on these
I'm
kids, man. Me and Peter gotta go do
sorry.
something."
I wish you a happy
He's like,
birthday,
I was like, nah, brother.
it's his
nah.
birthday, so that changed all my plans. So I just took him to a movie. That was, yeah. We don't remember birthdays over here. I was like, oh, you know what? I don't have to go do what I was going to go do.
Dang, I'm sorry, but happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
I knew you were a Taurus.
No, you don't. You don't know that.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. No one knows that. No
I
one
knew
knows.
I was like,
Okay. All right.
okay. See, you guessing signs. Can you guess my sign?
After another conversation.
Okay, yeah. Tell us
After what?
about your
Yeah.
That conversation is her just Googling your birthday. That's all
Yeah,
that is.
that's all it is.
Oh, it ain't. No,
Xavier,
it
am I?
ain't.
Oh, you motherfucker! Like that's what's gonna happen.
No, it ain't.
Tell us your mental health check-in, Xavier.
Mine's just kind of glum. I don't want to bring everybody down. You guys all
You
seem happy.
It's a check-in. I told you I was going through it.
You can
So
definitely bring us down.
Mine's is I mean, I'm good. I'm taking care of it. But about a month ago, I was diagnosed with some stuff, so I'm on medication now.
well, that's good. I mean, it's good to be able to get diagnosed so that they know what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wife says I'm
Okay.
more rational, or not. More rational than what I've been before. So I don't know.
That's
I'm not as some people are proud to announce their mental health status and proud that it's okay not to be okay. I never feel like that. If I need to, is there something chemically wrong with my brain that it needs medication to manage? There's something wrong. You feel me? It's like somebody who's saying it's okay to be a diabetic. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No,
Your
it's
blood
not.
sugar's fucked up, bro.
I mean, it is who you are, though. I mean, we shouldn't write
Yes.
people off just because of certain things.
Yeah, and I
and
think some
I feel
people
like that's what's
are
coming.
born with that imbalance as far as like diabetes goes. It's not always like something you acquire over time. Sometimes everybody has a different balance within their body. So you know, it's just
I get that.
it's
I
how
get
your
it.
body functions. Yeah.
I get that. I do. And I just, man, I'm just coping with the new news or whatever.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And what are you doing for yourself?
Yeah.
Taking the pills. Yeah.
Good.
I'm doing drugs.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Yeah. I haven't I was seeing my therapist who went on maternity leave. And I was just like, okay, I guess I'm just out here thugging it. And then so before she left, she was like, well, if you want to try something, get in touch with a psychiatrist or whatever. She gave me a list. I did not get in touch with that psychiatrist, but that's just how things go sometimes. And but I did see that this herbal St. John's wort is like a herbal thing for mood support, and I feel like it has been helping. So I've been taking that. So we'll see how that goes.
I guess to add to what I've been doing to maintain, I've been taking sea moss, and I guess it's working.
A lot
of doing
work.
Yeah, I also like to point out that I wasn't done, but y'all go ahead.
No, go ahead. We
had
a little intermission. Go ahead. We don't.
That's not good. I give up. I quit.
I'm sorry.
I have a question.
I'm now going on mute.
I have a question though. Is the medicine working?
I have to say it is. I don't like to advertise it, but there's been times that I was suicidal. So I haven't had those thoughts in a while, in about a month or so. So
that's good.
I'm guessing something is working.
That's good. I mean, if you can,
and I do have a therapist.
Amazing. I love therapy.
Listen,
get back into it.
Hopefully, my therapist is supposed to come off maternity leave soon. We'll see how the next round goes. I was struggling the first round because that's the first time I had a consistent therapist. I was just like, we need to talk about the stuff I want to talk about. I don't know exactly what I want to talk about, but I need you to dig deeper. Dig deeper.
Not to dig deeper, not to earn your
You can do mushrooms that'll help you dig deeper and bring it to the therapist. So this was brought up.
Listen, I thought about that too because I was watching this. I started kind of not following, but I saw this older woman on YouTube, and she's kind of been talking about her journey, and she was talking about the stuff that came up when she did ayahuasca. And I was just like, oh shoot, I forgot. I haven't been on any journeys lately. I need to get on a little so I can I'm gonna take my little journey so I can uncover what's been going on. So
I heard you.
I'll be there next week.
That sounds crazy though. The ayahuasca thing, that sounds bad.
Oh, I want to do it so bad.
Well, I heard you're not supposed to do it.
I've definitely thought about doing ayahuasca, and I was just like, what if I'm that small percentage of my brain fracturing and never fucking return? I'm gonna just go ahead and do some breathing exercises, write it in my journul. I'll be fine.
That's this is what I say to people all the time. I have to preface this by saying there are herbal treatments for things, but herbs are the original medicine, and everything is not for everyone. So I do not encourage people to do things that I do. So if I try out something, even if it's drinking, I don't even, if it's weed, whatever, I just tell people, I always preface it. People are just like, oh, that's crazy. I've developed, I'm retired now, but I developed a high alcohol tolerance in my youth. And I tell people, they're like, well, that's some crazy drinking. And I'd be like, don't do it.
Do it at your own risk.
But it's like it's also you do have to know your body. Like even if you smoke, like know your body, know yourself. Don't overdo it, because people are just like, you know, they want to try it because it's out there. But it's like, listen, some of these are like medicines originally, and I mean, obviously we have synthetic medicine now, but it's like really, like you need to like pump your brakes, learn, you know, do some research if you have to.
Everything can be used in a way to benefit. It's just when you're introduced to, most of the time, people only tell you about the effects of taking too much of it. Like even with smoking, when I tell people like I smoke before I run, I smoke before I work out or anything, they're like, oh my God, how can you do that? Like, well, you don't smoke to get high. You smoke, take a couple hits to give you enough relax so
everything
you
in
perform
moderation.
better.
I smoked to get high. That was the whole reason for doing it. That's the reason why I bought it.
You got a
That's
whole
why I
different
went to
set
the
of
store
problems.
for it.
brother.
I talked to hey man, how
There's
high
a
will
time
this
and a
get me?
place. There's
A
a
lot.
time and a
All
place
right,
for
cool. Bag it.
There's a
He's
time
smoking
and
for a
place
pep
to
talk.
know
You smoking for the
yourself.
fight of war. I'm recruiting you. I'm recruiting you all. We're batting
At the
together.
end of the day, even water can kill you in excess.
Okay.
You said what?
I said at the end of the day, even water can kill you in excess. So like
Anything
anything.
you misuse and do in excess will do harm to you.
So
Right.
it's all about
They
moderation.
even they
Are we
they
talking about
microdose
drinking
the
water or you talking about
LSD
drowning
in
in?
Silicon Valley.
Drinking water. Drinking water. People have died from drinking too much water too fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's called
true.
hazing. Well, from hazing, but yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I just want to preface that, like, yes, obviously these things can be recreational, but it's like just
I mean, they microdose LSD in Silicon Valley and making billion-dollar companies. Everything
what I'm
can be
saying. Like,
used for the benefit.
Most of
there
them
are
do.
benefits. Like, that's how that scientist or who discovered the double helix for DNA, he was on LSD. So you
Them
know,
niggas do be high. They be high as fuck.
The greatest musicians in the world are on LSD.
What
Well,
is the weekend mostly singing about?
Hella drugs. Hella drugs.
Drugs
Listen,
and
I'm like,
Like,
brother,
it's a
from
limit
a
to
person that I
everything.
know experience, it's not that bad.
It's
It's a lot of
But
fun.
so
it does give you like a level of enlightenment. It unlocks parts of your brain that you don't be thinking about. So,
what drugs are we
Yeah.
talking about here?
huh?
Okay, all right.
nigga
Yeah.
pulled up he pulled up an
We'll
open tab.
save
What
that
drugs?
for after
Huh?
the recording. We'll
He's
save
in there with a
that.
notebook, like, so what was that?
I think, to be
again?"
honest, I've done mushrooms a couple times.
And
That's
you can
tripping.
microdose shrooms, yeah, because
Yeah.
that can help with focus. So I
I
mean,
was focused all right.
it's about knowing what your tolerance is, knowing your body.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
you can do it recreationally,
Yeah.
sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
But-
I started mushrooms because I was prescribed medicine also, but I didn't like the way it had me. So I'm like, I'm done taking this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, well, yeah, you eat deli, so you got to know your body. Like, nah, I'm good, big fella. Go ahead and put that
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
took a
something
pill that
I've been-
required that made me sleepy, so I had to stop.
Was it Xanax?
No, it's
Never mind.
I forgot what it was. Okay, yeah, you exposed yourself, ain't you?
This
No,
all hypothetical.
No, hypothetical.
Yeah,
Asking for
no, it was I forgot what it was, but I took it the one time it was prescribed my other medication. I didn't like the way it made me feel. I fell asleep on a bus, and a bus driver woke me up, so I stopped. I didn't take it again.
Yeah, Xanax will make you go to sleep like that. Some people take it on flights.
It didn't make me sleepy.
Some people.
Because people out like that. People.
Some people.
Some people.
Got you.
Mhm. Water.
Some people. All right.
Good night, water, man.
Was
I
Amazing.
water infused with, man.
that was a good check-in. All right, so we did kind of hit on the Whitney and Mariah thing. I don't know if everybody wants to go through and say, okay, like we're not getting in on any debates that the internet has been having, unless y'all want to. But if you are partial to one or the other, who are you partial to, Whitney or Mariah?
Mariah.
Yeah.
I would say Whitney, and that's not because I'm biased, but I would say Whitney.
I don't believe you. I don't fucking believe you.
I feel like
I think
that's
you're
a
a
little
liar.
bias there. You know what I mean?
I
Listen,
think
I've
you're
always
a
been a
fucking liar, and
Mariah.
I think you're
Okay?
bad at it. I'm gonna be honest.
Listen, I feel like what if she was still alive though? Like I feel like a lot of people their view is skewed because she died, so they want to pay a little more homage to the people who died.
Yeah, and because they was hella disrespectful when she tried to come back. I mean, she did ruin her voice, but people was mad rude about it.
Mm.
So there's the internet for you. See, they can kick rocks.
Nah,
But
I
I
say
mean,
Mariah
Mariah
just
just
because some
gave
of
me
her songs.
more. That was the first time I saw somebody I could connect with. I was mixed too. And I mean, she's beautiful. I love her voice. I love a good ballad. So she does it. But I love Whitney
I
too.
just
She
like
had
the
a pretty
songs
voice.
better. I just like the songs better. They're more like
Yeah.
dancey and singable and
Like I try to listen to all Whitney albums. I can listen to that last one, My Love Is Your, whatever album that My Love Is Your Love is on. That was a good
I like that song. But also Mariah writes all her own music.
True.
Well, I guess she's a winner. And there we go.
Listen, there is something to be said about songwriters, because songwriters be killing it. They write their own music. They write for other people.
Yeah.
That's a really amazing talent right there. So
that's why even when people start talking about how they don't like Taylor Swift, I'm like, the girl writes her own music. That's something to say. That's all. I don't know.
I mean, I respect her game, but I do not like Taylor no more. Like,
Listen,
especially for when musically, if like she got some little boss. But when I'm trying to listen to hear a voice, I do not think of that bitch. No, like that. No.
why she gotta be on
Jesus Christ.
it?
wait, didn't she just have those new lyrics about living in like the 1800s or something without all the racism?
That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking at this song
not
list.
going over well with
Yeah,
you.
it might be Mariah for me. It might be Mariah
That's all
too.
I'm saying, man. I'm just going with somebody. If there's going to be a playlist, what's going to be in the playlist? Whitney or Mariah?
I think, to be honest with you, it's only one album from Mariah I've actually listened to. You gotta have the mind to listen to it. It was the Emancipation of Mimi.
That was a good one though. If you're gonna listen to any
but
of them,
that's the only one.
I had that
the rest of them, I was like,
I
the rest of them, I was like, I don't. This isn't. I'm not buying that. You know what I mean? But
right.
this
The
one,
first one, I'm not buying it, but also it was somehow in this house, somehow, some way. I don't know who bought this, but also
that was a good album.
I probably know more Mariah songs than Whitney songs, but I think that's just as far as like age goes, because obviously, and like you said, it was her last album. I think it had Heartbreak Hotel on it.
Yeah.
And so that one I really like, probably listened to most of that album because I wasn't, just age-wise, I wasn't that familiar with some of her other stuff. Yeah. And then I came up listening to all types of Mariah songs. So I get that.
Give Mariah her. So she changed the game for everybody. Like they wasn't doing this crossover stuff until Mariah brought it about. So I need people to put.
You thank Dame Dash for that. Dame Dash was having her doing all kind of rap records.
Yeah,
singing bridges and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I will say this about Whitney though: vocal talent alone, I feel like hers is more effortless. Like she just doesn't have to try. She just opened her mouth and it was like music.
That's true. Yeah. That is
like,
so true.
I feel like Mariah tries a little bit.
Yes.
Yes, I feel like it just came so naturally to Whitney, and it was just like so easy to listen to her, and it was like, wow, her voice was just.
Like, did y'all see that clip where it was that famous opera singer? It was a couple opera people, and Whitney just happened to be on there.
Oh yeah.
She just got on there, just did something, and just ate all their ass up.
I believe it.
She was good.
Gotta be embarrassing.
Just naturally good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think everybody started leaning towards Mariah.
Yeah, I had to look up on Wikipedia like the song list, and I was like, all right, yeah, Mariah probably.
I mean, that Prince of Egypt is still one of my top 5 duets ever. Okay.
No, that's my karaoke go-to duet.
Yeah. I still remember the first time I heard it come on the radio. We was at dinner up north and I lost my damn mind. Like it was on the radio, it was real low. And I happened to catch Whitney, and I'm like, I ain't never heard this beat before. And then I heard Mariah, like, I know the song didn't just change. And so I had to turn it up.
Oh my
As
gosh.
the family just sitting there at the table, like, what is wrong?
Yeah.
And then when I'm like, this is Mariah and Whitney, I'm like, oh, okay.
It was like the boy is mine of their time. The Brandy.
Yeah.
Two people supposedly beefing on the same song, but they were actually beefing though.
I know.
I think that they were kind of a little bit, but I think if we would switch a little bit, I think people are underrating Brandy a little bit nowadays. I don't know why, but I feel like people not really giving her all the props she deserves.
Okay, because what that white boy Jack Harlow should have been canceled for that disrespect.
Oh, yeah.
No, see, Brandy don't
get
get this. People
What
like
happened?
Brandy's music.
because he was like he didn't know who Brandy was. He didn't know Brandy was Ray J. Brother. Like I don't like
Was
how
he
you
young?
gonna try to
Yeah.
come into
Yeah.
the hip hop
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
These people are
Like
Who
you
said
want to
that?
be a part of the
Listen,
culture, but you don't know
we're
somebody like
old.
Brandy.
These people are
That
like
is-
12.
I'm looking at Brandy's. Brandy is born in '79. This kid was born in what, 2000?
Probably like
Oh,
2000.
yes, but
He
when
wouldn't
you are
know about that.
when you
Brandy's
are
born.
Caucasian, wanting to portray that you want to be a part of a certain culture, she is a part of that culture, and you should know that.
Absolutely,
Yeah, it
but
was
say
kinda
I had
crazy.
a sudden interest in country and I was started to do journalism on country songs. I would look less into the past and more what's current, and I
Well,
probably
then
would
it'll
talk
be a
about.
shame on you not doing your job very well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I think that to a certain extent, like especially musicians have to acknowledge certain like where their music came from, and like especially if they want to like even progress in their own genre. It's just like if you want to stay relevant, if you want to know what's old, what's new, I think it is important to know some of that history. But I mean some of these people are super young.
Yeah, and I would say, there has to be a reason for you to look up that information. You feel me?
He's in the industry. He should have.
You are a rapper.
He's in a
You are a
different
white boy
genre,
trying to be a
though.
rapper.
He's in a different genre.
Yeah, he's not R&B. He's probably
Genre
just looking at celebrity
It's
news and
R&B,
then
but
found out
if
they
you
were
want
related.
you're a rapper, you are a part of the culture. You're trying to be, you want people to accept you in this culture, and you're saying statements like, you know who Brandy is. Anybody in the culture knows who Brandy is. Even kids know who Brandy is.
Not everybody.
Oh no, I promise you, my kids.
I'm
don't
sure
know
if I
Brandy
ask
is.
my niece, she don't know.
My kids
My
don't know
niece
shit
don't.
about
Wait, are
Brandy.
you his Gen Alpha, Xavier?
Who?
There's after Gen Z is Gen Alpha. Are they
I don't
Gen
know
Alpha?
what gens.
I stopped counting after millennials. I only make fun of Gen Zers because it's funny. I don't even know when they age start. You know what I mean? I don't know the numbers. So my kids are born in my oldest is 2015. So whatever that is.
They gotta be.
Y'all don't even know.
I don't know exactly. I just know. Okay,
my you had that pocket realization. Wait a minute, I got something. You don't know what the fuck's happening.
So my youngest sister is like right on the cusp of like millennial Gen Z, and she was born in '96, and they said like that's the cutoff supposedly. So Gen Z is 97 to. I don't know. Like
I had a joke about that. Like if you're after born like mid 95, after 95, you're not part of the 90s club.
Why don't they just go by decades?
Because the mentality is different. Sometimes I think about like my little Brandon, little brother, and he'll say some stuff. I'm like, hey brother, I don't know what household you grew up in, dog, but we were raised like that, just so you know.
Just so you know.
That's why that nigga hates you now.
Yes, my youngest sister probably had a completely different upbringing than we had, just because of when she was born. It was like we kind of, I don't know, she just had different upbringing. Like by that time, like my parents was getting a divorce and everything, so she just had a completely
time.
Yeah, still a 90s baby, but just you're a different part of the 90s. You know what I mean?
A different part of the 90s.
I was like, I'm at the tail end of the good 90s. You know what I mean?
Good 90s made it.
I barely made
it. Good 90s.
I say the same thing about Nico and Ami. They're technically 80s baby, but they're a week away from being a 90s kid. You feel me? But they're technically 80s babies.
Technically an 80s baby, but no, 87. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck.
I know.
If you was
midnight on 1989, they was like, all right, now things are gonna be different. Slowly, you know.
See, that's why they don't do generations in just that 10-year decade. They have to expand it because it didn't like change right there. So
and that's what made me think about that too, which because you brought up the Gen Z thing. You know, it's still part of the 90s, but it's like towards the tail end of it. There is a difference. There's a major difference.
That's true. I was just following a teacher on YouTube who said, she was like, yes, Gen Z, there are Gen Zers who are still in high school. They haven't all entered the workforce. So she teaches like high schooler Gen Z. And then I guess Gen Alpha is real young still, I guess. I don't know what year that starts. So
no, I got a computer in front of me. Let's find out.
What
are the generations?
Alpha.
Because I know before I used to think like my oldest sister
2010.
Gen Alpha is 2010.
Gen Alpha is a name given to people born between 2010 and 2024.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Damn.
2010.
All my kids are Gen Alpha.
2010.
They ain't special.
Wait a minute.
So that's 14-year-olds.
2010, so 2009. So technically, then Gen Z is out of high school. Then
just about.
I mean, unless they slow.
Yeah, they should be. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe she had it wrong. Maybe she had it wrong. So
well, no, not necessarily. If you're born in 2010, no, you should still be in high school. 18 years from now, it'll be 2020. Yeah, you're still in high school.
Oh yeah.
Or you're still in high school and grade school.
Oh
no, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting that mixed up with Alpha.
Okay, so Alpha okay, Gen Z, the last generation of Gen Z would be like 2009. And then they get to high school at what, 14, 13, 14?
Listen, we all been out of school for too long. We don't know how to do the math. I'm top of our head.
Too much math.
This is not a math show, okay?
I was about to say, those crazy Wikipedia, they don't even put the number on it. They just say mid to late 90s to early 2000s. So figure it out.
This is like a range, probably.
Because 13 years after 2009 would be 2022. So they are still in high school.
1990, if you're born between 97 and 2012.
Then you're Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah. According to Zendesk.com.
Okay. Well, a lot of young people out here. Oh, they don't know about Ask Jeeves, man. Ask Jeeves was pretty.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Ask Jeeves, baby.
It was pretty useless. Everybody used to ask all types of questions that Jeeves could not answer. So.
Yeah. I remember in school, they say you can't use Ask Jeeves as a way because it's just a search engine. People try to use it to cite their sources. According to Ask Jeeves, nah, bro, go deeper.
That's not how this works.
That was the original Wikipedia.
That's like saying according to Google.
Yeah. Right.
Well, that is a valid statement.
No, I just found out, which is, I guess makes sense, that Britannica, the encyclopedia company, is now a website. And I was just like, that's amazing, because I don't know who is buying encyclopedias every year, but that's great that they're now a website.
Some conspiracy theories.
What's it called? Britannica? That sounds like a
the Encyclopedia Britannica from when we were kids. I remember we had like one CD-ROM of Encyclopedia Britannica. Yes,
CD-ROMs. Yeah.
That was probably even more useless than the books, because it was like, you gotta put this information on the CD-ROM. It's nothing, like it's out of date already. Like it's done. So
I love that meme that was about the floppy disk, and they were like, my student said, "Oh, you actually made the save button or something."
Oh yeah, you 3D printed the save button.
Hey, Brittany, what are you eating? What you got over there?
Oh,
is he just licking your thumbs? Just that's what you're doing.
Sponsor me.
Okay, sponsor me.
Okay,
Sour
sponsor
punch
us.
bites.
We will eat your snacks during the show.
We will eat snacks during this. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
Preferably sugar-free over here.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you can make a sugar-free version for Ben, and then if you have your full sugar version, I will take that.
Me too. Want the full sugar experience. But I ate a salad before. That was healthy.
True. Salads are
Yeah.
good for that.
Yeah.
All right. Did anybody? So I'm just gonna preface it. I know we have the Gerard Carmichael show and then Amanda Seales interview. Did anybody watch either of those? I watched the Amanda Seales one, but did y'all watch
the one with Shannon Sharp? Because I saw bits and pieces of that. When it seemed like it was getting problematic, I just kind of stepped away from it. Not problematic, but it felt very negative. Piece of it, but that made me.
Watch the whole
it was 3 hours long. They got over the
thing.
Me too.
Okay.
I like Amanda Seales, so I was like, let me see. And the beginning, he started to piss me off because I did not like how he was talking to her.
Shannon is not a journalist, okay?
He is not, and he was really coming off real ill. And I was like, why are you talking to her like this? This is insane. But it did. It seemed to get it together later on, and I like. I mean, I like
the whole thing.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I mean, but I like. She is very smart. I love what she says. She's always trying to put you on.
Yeah.
Like when you look up the things she says, they are actually factual. She speaks from facts, and I like it. I like how she's put stuff. I think she's hilarious.
I've never had a problem with Amanda Seales. Like, I mean, I don't watch every single thing that she does, but I have watched a good amount of her. Like, I think I've seen a few episodes of her podcast and some of her interviews, and she was funny on Insecure. And I've never had a problem with the stuff she said. I could see people probably think maybe she has a strong personality. I could see that, but I mean, she seemed like a cool person overall. And I watched all 3 hours of the interview. So
wow.
Yes, that's a tough 3 hours.
Terry, did you say you watched one of those? Did you watch it?
I did. I watched the interview.
What did you think?
They both got problems. Shit.
It seemed like Shannon Sharp's platform is. I don't think it was just his intent. I think it just kind of turned into
I think it's a bit of
Williams. Now he messy.
Yeah, like it's turning into that. Yeah, I don't think that's probably his intention.
Push back on that. I think he's been messy. I think it's just Cat Williams that pushed him over the edge.
Honestly, I never watched anything until Cat Williams, so I don't know.
Only the same type of humor and the same type of interview questions. What I should say.
All these athletes want to be interviewers now. I'm like, I'm good.
I mean, everybody kind of gets a show nowadays. I'm like,
you got a show.
I know. Which is, listen, you can do a show. I guess I see the appeal. Like, I'm not a big fan of like Kelly Clarkson and Jennifer Hudson having a show. I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate it. Like, they to each their own.
Yeah.
But it's not my I just don't see them as like show hosts. So I'm not really
seem so unnatural to me. It's just it seems so forced. I don't like it.
A little bit.
I enjoyed Jennifer Hudson show.
I miss Wendy Williams.
I kind of do.
He was the queen of messy. Whoa,
I need a how you doing in my life.
Yeah, she just come out and like, how you
doing? Right?
Yeah, she always came in kind of hot, man. I mean, I don't praise celebrities like that anymore. I used to be crazy about the shit, sort of, but when I did care, a lot of times I would listen to what she was saying about certain people. I'm like, hey, bro, you didn't have to say none of that shit.
She wasn't right all the time. I'll say that. She wasn't right all the time, but she was interesting and funny.
I think it was interesting.
And it was less hard. I guess
it wasn't right or wrong. It was just messy. It was just but her job is entertainment. It's like that one dude. He's the dude who did Hollywood Unlocked stuff. Lee, what's his name?
Mario Lopez.
Yeah. No. Is it Mario Lopez? No, Hollywood Unlocked is Jason Lee. Mario Lopez does Hollywood Access. And Hollywood Unlocked, I'd be like, hey, bro, you don't need to say none of this shit about these people. But he does anyway. But
wow, people know what show they're going on. Like, You've seen the show. You know what she'll do.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's true. I think because I like when people used to go on Wendy and kind of like set her straight too, because Wendy would just say anything, and they would be like Keke Palmer. She went on and set her straight about something she said about Trey Songz, and I was just like, okay, you gotta hold your own when you go on the Wendy show. So
yeah,
I mean,
as long as you're this person and you are secure in yourself, you should be fine.
Especially if you
gave
go on
what the fans wanted, and you're a celebrity. Like it's not like she was giving you national news that was gonna be life changing. It was celebrity something people wanted.
And that kind of made me put that in perspective a little bit. I didn't, I was still thinking like, yo, this is messy, but it's all for the publicity for these celebrities. You know what I mean? Like the celebrities, they're trying to paint the image a certain way. They're trying to get paid to get into these shows, so they put their name out there, messy or otherwise. It's going to give them attention, which is good for their careers. So, if they got a song out, you know what I mean?
They
be a celebrity, you got to take it on.
Yeah, so I get that, because like I used to think about how like there was always a rumor like, yo, when the Kardashians Lansing, where they call TMZ so they can get those pictures. But this shit is a business, and that family is a billionaire family. So if that's contributing to your billions, hey yo, nigga, let me call, hey yo, bro, hey yo, James, I'm showing up at 10 o'clock to be there at 9:30 with your camera.
Seriously, they did
They
not
were forced down our throats.
So I get
they didn't have a real plan to make money any other way, I guess. So they were taking that seriously. They were like, this is our job. You're going to show up where we are. Y'all going to see us every day, whether you want to or not. And now they took it. They treated it like a job.
I mean, you are able to avoid it. They always say the celebrities go out all the time that you never see. They go where they want you to see it. And I feel like Michael Jackson started that trend. So.
And they be walking out the place like,
you don't think? I feel like
probably won't even check it for you.
Of stories about these people, they release themselves. Of course, I will put money on it.
Well, that was the point of like a person. That was like the point of the PR. I think that was Terry's mic. But that was the point of PR person, because they would say, I think I read somewhere where they say if they say sources close to, it was usually their PR saying like this is what happened. So it's I mean, we have social media.
You don't think they were out here putting stuff out there just so they can actually come on and be like, oh no, who said that? Oh my God.
Of course. They've been doing it in Hollywood for the longest. I mean, even back when like actors had these those ancient contracts with the studios, they were plotting out their life. They were like, okay, when you go out, you have to go out with this person, and when you get seen out, get photographed, you have to look like this. And
Michael put those pictures out of himself in the oxygen tank.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Michael put his own stories out. That was the whole thing. Like he put a lot of that stuff out himself.
Okay, well, I wonder why though. He was already so popular.
Maybe he wanted to control the narrative.
I mean, we was already so popular. We wasn't right there, but it's like, when you go through something and you don't release, so you don't get talked about. So then you got like, oh, they're not talking about me. Let me throw something out so they can start talking about me again. Because I think from what I remember, it was always up and down with Michael. You talking about him or you not? Then we talking about him, then we not.
Yeah, I guess to stay relevant, that makes sense. Yeah.
Or you have to push down more negative stories about you, so you got to bring out other ones on top.
Like if something comes out, you got to send something else out, try to overshadow it.
That's what I heard about Beyonce's Bodyguard. So they said it was a YouTube video. I don't know whose video it was. I watch too much YouTube now. But video, she said like a few years ago or last year or whenever, the top search for like Beyonce and Bodyguard were like rumors of her having an affair with her bodyguard. And now she released a song called Bodyguard, and now the only thing that comes up is the song. So I was like, that's interesting. I don't know if she did on purpose, but I think Beyonce is a good
everything is on purpose.
Right, she could have did it on purpose. So
Yeah. If it's too much of a coincidence,
Everything is on purpose.
true. So that's true. So did anybody see the Gerard Carmichael
I
show?
don't even know who that is.
I
I
didn't
stopped, I
watch the
stopped
whole
watching
show, but I
them a
watched
long
that.
time ago, man.
I
That
watched
dude,
that opening. That was rough.
Who
The
is
H-
that?
so the
the
HBO
comedian.
reality series. He did have a sitcom like for a short time, but he
Yeah.
did recently
He
started
did
the
like
HBO,
some stand-up thing too recently.
which I heard is not really stand up. He just be telling about his life.
I mean,
No,
I
he
tried to
has
watch
his
it. I didn't
stand up
finish
is funny, or at least it was funny for a minute until it stopped being funny. But John Carmichael was very funny, and he still is. You know what I mean? But it's just
I
I
don't know
think
him from anything.
I mean, he had his show, and before that, he had the Carmichael show that was pretty solid. It was really, really good. It had a lot of different. It addressed a lot of social issues. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then prior to that, to me, I thought he was just a comedian and a writer.
Yeah.
But I think when he came out, I think he led with that revelation irresponsibly. You know what I mean? He could have just came out, hey, I'm gay. I'm still a
Who's
comedian.
gay?
I'm hanging out.
Gerard
Carmichael.
Carmichael.
Oh.
He could have just been like, hey, yo, I'm out. All right, cool. More jokes, nigga. You know what I mean?
I mean, he obviously like when he came out with it was a struggle because of internal struggle, but like his family was, I guess, very
His mom.
religious. His mom was very religious, so he had a lot of struggle with that in the relationship with his mom. I watched a recap on the show because I did not watch the actual show, but apparently like it's maybe a little cringe. The reality show is a little cringe. So
I think that was his point. He was trying to be cringe because I didn't watch the show. I just saw like the promo for it. You know what I mean? Because I still have my HBO subscription or whatever. And he was it didn't look inviting. It looked very, like I said, messy. At one point he was wearing like a diaper. I didn't get that. Or whatever he was wearing. He was just he was wearing white briefs. Like, come on, hey man, you are not 8.
You are not 8.
Go put on some boxes. Be regular. he was just
I get past that opening. I was like, is this how the rest of the show is gonna be? This is so cringe and uncomfortable. And for what?
I know, for what? That's the thing. I think he's using it as a sort of therapy. So
nah,
I mean, at millions, I would do it for therapy too.
I hear that the therapy angle. Only reason I disagree is because when you become a celebrity, I'm not speaking from experience, but from what I see, all these celebrities, people are, once they get that high, I guess, they're doing everything they can for the publicity, and you start to lose it. If your name was hot and then your name stopped being hot, now like, oh man, I gotta do something else. Now you gotta do some crazy shit just to be seen, so your name could be out there. I feel like that's what he's doing. And that's why I made the comment about the irresponsible thing about coming out. You think
he's milking it? Is that what you think? Like he's milking it?
Milking it for sure, but at this point, it's problematic because he's saying he had this joke that when he was promoting this show, and that's what kind of gave him some negative attention in the last month or so. He has a white boyfriend, which there's no real issue with that. But the joke he said was sometimes he pretends to his white boyfriend that the white boyfriend is his master and teaching him how to read.
Jesus Christ!
And it was a joke, and it was a dark joke, and I laughed at it because it was just a joke. But because of what he was doing leading up to that, it made it like, yo, you got a weird way of thinking right now, brother. And a lot of people weren't like,
go ahead.
What you about to say? No, it's just
what
it
was
just
he
wasn't
doing leading up to that?
Just it was like same thing with those same antics, arguing with certain people, like Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Because Dave Chappelle made, a lot of his latest material has been deemed as transphobic and things like that. And he got a lot of material on trans people. It's one thing make crack one or two jokes, but Dave Chappelle was like, all right, man, you got a lot of jokes about the same subject. And Jamar Carmichael gave his opinion about it. He said Chappelle should apologize and this, that, and the third. But then he said that the thing about the slave thing being read to, it was like, hey, bro, you don't have a leg to stand on in that conversation because he's just making some jokes, shitty jokes, but he's making some jokes, and it seemed like it's just a little bit of art from Dave Chappelle. You said something that's been real issue, you know what I mean, like a real problem. And I didn't like it.
You feel like it was contradictory to like say one thing to Dave Chappelle and then kind of go and make that joke.
Morally, it was contradicted because you're saying you got this issue, you're taking an aim at a community, but you got a joke about being a slave.
When he was taking an aim at a community he's not a part of. He's talking about this race thing, but he is a black man and dating a white guy. So I don't know about the gap comparison.
I could see that too. Yeah, taking aim at it, like it's always risky. I mean, jokes are risky, but doing a joke that we're toward a community that you're not a part of is always like. That's how I feel about white comedians are making jokes about black people. It's like you tread the thin line there, but I can see that.
At the same time, if it's funny, I stand by something. If it's funny, you just can't be malicious with it.
Different to different people, though.
Funny is subjective.
And that too.
Yeah, funny is subjective, but I think that's the risk of being a comedian. Like you're not going to get everybody all the time with how funny you think you are. Some people are going to think it's funny. Some people is not going to think it's funny.
Yeah.
I could see the
more seem a little bit hypocritical.
Yeah. I can see that.
You got to see that opening when he talking to what's his name about that Tyler the Creator. It was just
I heard that was cringe. I really don't know if I have the capacity for that. I don't have much capacity for cringe stuff. I will turn it off and walk away so fast.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what made me not watch the show. I was like, this seems like something that's gonna make me feel a little funny. Let me just not watch this, bro.
Yeah,
why do that to myself?
Like the opening of the show, I was like, oh, I'm not watching this.
That's crazy.
Man. Oh man. We had a pretty good run today. We can vote on this name in a second. I'm just gonna wrap it up real quick. So long to everybody. This is the end of episode 3. We're gonna vote on a name real quick so we can have a name by episode 4. So thanks for watching.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes. Really, for
real. One of those people now? We're one of those now.
Well, yes. I'm gonna make a social media page when we have a name. So
and ask us some questions.
Oh yeah, some questions too in the comments. So thank y'all.